Oh man. It just does not get better than this, dude. Does not get better than this. Now, if you guys were out of the loop, I know I'm kind of late with this. I'm pretty sure you guys all heard. Mindy Kaling, she's like a writer, a comedian. She was like one of the head people working on The Office, probably the most prolific comedy of my generation.
I declare bankruptcy!
Everyone I know have seen that show like a million times. Like they all have their favorite episode. She is now working on a Scooby-Doo spinoff playing Velma. Also, I said to myself when I first heard the news, when I heard that she would play Velma in some voice acting, and I said, yeah, that makes sense. I could actually see her as Velma, voicing her, yes, but she had to go on and completely race swap the character. Do you guys remember right after the whole George Floyd situation, a bunch of white actors came out and denounced playing their black characters or whatever, or playing a character that wasn't their race? It was just the most asinine thing. They thought that they were saving millions of black lives if the guy just stopped playing Cleveland on Family Guy. I didn't even honestly know that was a white dude the entire time. Thanks for breaking the illusion. Other than that, it's just so stupid. Now we're starting to get to this point where the actor doesn't mold into the character has to mold around the actor, because this is not the only race swap in this show. They decided to change Shaggy. Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. Shaggy has a very iconic look to him. He looks like a stoner. He looks like the guy who wears a drug rug, but he has like bell-bottom brown pants on, a green shirt, shaggy brown hair, and a little like stubble going on. And he has that throughout every single iteration of Scooby-Doo. And this time they decided, you know what my favorite part about this whole entire thing? Like, everyone's talking about Velma and her character design. They saw a character who was a stoner, who does nothing all day, hangs out with this dog. They constantly have the munchies. Everyone knows this character. And they decided and heard all the information and said, that sounds like he could be played by a black person. And they also heard, person that's super smart and intelligent that usually solves most of the gang's problems throughout every single situation. That sounds like an Asian Indian person. Jesus Christ. And Fred, of course, he's gonna remain a white guy, and he's gonna be the baffling asshole of the entire group. He's probably gonna be some type of misogynist, racist type of guy. It's just, I know every single playbook they're gonna use. It's going to be overly gratuitous because it's going to be an adult show. And I know because the success of The Boys and Invincible, they're going to try to go off and just do that on top of it. They're going to try to rip that off, because also Harley Quinn is pretty successful for HBO Max, but that kind of makes more sense to be an adult show. But now they're trying to do it with Scooby-Doo. I don't know what it is, man. It's just hilarious. And also, if you look at the character of Daphne, she clearly looks Asian, and I saw the woman who's going to be playing her, of course, is an Asian woman. And like I said earlier, I keep hitting the mic, sorry. Actors are no longer being chosen, and I'm sorry for the goddamn motorcycle in the background, if you guys can hear that. Actors are starting to come out and not being hired for roles that they fit into. For a good example, the reason why Breaking Bad works so well was because Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould needed an actor who could shift and change his personality throughout seasons of a television show. It was actually Matthew Broderick was considered playing Walter White before the show's like inception, but they got Bryan Cranston because they saw him in an episode of X-Files, which Vince Gilligan worked on, and he considered him, and that's why the show is so good and the acting is so impeccable, because they got a guy who could play Mr. Nice Guy, or what Vince Gilligan referred to him as, Mr. Chips, ends up becoming Scarface towards the end. Now, actors are so insanely arrogant and just I think that's the only word I could use. Just trying to be nice. They feel like everything has to mold around them. It doesn't matter what the role is, what it's supposed to cater to. It has to be what that person is. Like how Mindy Kaling, I said, hey, that makes sense. She kind of reminds me of a Velma, just not physically, but like her voice. I could see that why she would play her, but they can't use Velma in their mind. She has to be Indian for some god old reason because it has to reflect her. It has to be Mindy Kaling. The woman who playing Daphne, she has to be Asian. The guy who's playing Shaggy or Norville. Also, why would you? Everyone knows who Shaggy is, and they know. Looking at him, he looks nothing like him. Now they have to call him Norville the entire time. Can you imagine if they made a Metal Gear Solid movie and they casted some like Filipino dude to play Snake, but they never call him Snake in it. They just call him like Dave the entire time. Yes, his name is Dave in the game. Like you'll find that out towards the end of the game. But throughout every single entry, everyone refers to him as Snake or Snake Plissken or Bob. There's just so many things, but you understand what I mean. And also, they do this just for clicks. That is it. No one will watch it. No one will pay money for it. They'll get all the great press on Twitter and all these amazing headlines. Oh my God, so brave and bold. This character's gay. This character is now black. This is why this is amazing and why you guys need to watch it. And the viewership completely plummets after the first couple episodes. They don't do this for the fans. Every single time they come out and they attack them over and over and over again. Literally, the first half of this Velma trailer is trashing the people who it's catered to. Who else is going to watch a Velma spinoff show? People who are familiar or really like Scooby-Doo, which are many people out there. It's such a weird property because the animation's really bad. It's from the 60s. They have not redesigned any of their characters to even look slightly modern. They basically just look exactly the same and sound the same throughout generations. I don't know. I guess that's why it's still remembered because it hasn't changed too much. Doing a change like this, it's so lazy. It's not even gonna resemble anything like Scooby-Doo. It's not. It's good. It's an adult version of this property that doesn't even have Scooby-Doo in it at all, which I've heard. It has all the other gang members, but not Scooby, which okay. But this strategy it's not going to work forever. And it's already starting to fail. What was that Amsterdam movie or whatever it was? I don't see. I'm a massive movie fan. I stopped going to the movies a lot. I've only seen 2 films this year. It was Sonic because my fiance really loves that character for some reason. She just loves the games. And Morbius because it was my brother's birthday. And wow, that was 2 hours of torture and 2 hours I'll never get back. And I usually like to get the scoop on a lot of things. And I like to watch trailers. I like to get excited, but I just stopped caring. But I kept seeing ads for this Amsterdam movie. All I know is some movie set in the 1930s, and it's a bunch of famous people in it. And the trailers gave me no information, and it completely bombed. All this trailer did was just try to bank on, hey, famous person from movie you like. Hey, here's the other famous person from movie that you like. Hey, here's another famous person that you like, and they probably wrote a song that you like. It's just basically a megastar cavalcade of just people just to sell the movie. And guess what? Nobody watched it. Good. I want to see Hollywood completely abolished in the next 5 to 10 years. I know that sounds mean. I know that sounds very arrogant, but these people have been destroying so many of our lives. These are the people who've been found on Epstein's Island. They've been giving money to Black Lives Matter, and they have a very checkered past of doing really illicit and evil things to people that they worked with, and they think that they can just donate or put out a hashtag. They constantly advocate for you not to have guns, but they'll shoot a movie doing gun foo and all these guns stop the bad guy, and they'll have armed security around them at all times, but they'll try to legislate and tell people do not use guns. I can't stand Hollywood as a whole. Every time I see an image of like a group of celebrities, I throw up in my mouth a little bit. And it does totally depend on who the person is. Like Kanye, completely based. Yes, that guy could be an asshole sometimes, actually a lot of the time, but there are some celebrities where I could look at him and be like, hey, that person's cool. Keanu Reeves, everyone loves him. Brendan Fraser, he started to come back. He's like Keanu Reeves 2.0. But you just have these just elitists just come out and they just think, if I just show my face, people throw money at it. It's not working anymore. You guys are fake. Nobody likes you. Every time you come out, you pervert some type of media like the Rings of Power. And you have all these articles coming out and saying, hey, if you don't like the show, it's a threat to our democracy. You're a right-wing, racist, homophobe if you don't like this thing. Please keep doing it. Please keep attacking your fans. Regular people are coming out. I didn't watch She-Hulk at all. I'm seeing memes and TikToks from regular people making fun of the CGI, the feminist messages, the stupid plot, how boring it is, how it ruined Daredevil. It's regular people starting to see all of this and they're saying, no, I'm good, not watching it, not interested, get the fuck out of my face. And it's beautiful to see. So please, Mindy Kaling, double down, triple down. The Bros directors, the Bro writer and the actor, please keep yelling at people. Keep calling them homophobic because they didn't watch your movie. Hey, dude, I'm pretty sure not a single gay person saw your... I'm kidding about that. I'm pretty sure a majority of gay people didn't even see your movie. Some people watched it because it made some money, but it didn't make back any of its budget, which is, it's awesome to see. Oh, man, you did this to yourselves. You did it to yourself. And also for the homophobic claims, there has been gay people littered throughout like all media, and like nobody cares. Like Boondock Saints, isn't Willem Dafoe's character gay? That movie came out like over 20 years ago. One of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite graphic novels, Scott Pilgrim, literally had Wallace Wells is probably my favorite character out of the entire book series and the films. And gay dude never cared. No one ever cared. And he's the funniest one in there. And they attack you for not liking it. Hey guys, your art fucking sucks. It's not good. Because if it was good, you could probably make and take like, if it was just Mindy Kaling made her own original cartoon and she went out and it's kind of like loosely based off of her and the designs of other people, they can't do that because no one's going to watch it because already know it's not funny. The trailer wasn't funny at all either. They had to pervert some other property. They had to use Scooby-Doo because that's the only thing to give it clicks. No one really cares if it's just Mindy Kaling is in this murder mystery show. It could be interesting, it could be new. People might find something cool about it, and they'll still run press of like, oh, Indian woman cartoon, all this other stuff. But you have to use Scooby-Doo. Everybody knows Scooby-Doo. They got to use it because me, you, everybody, grandma, grandpa, my grandparents, that was a generation that was watching it now, and my parents, we all know it. Now they have to use that because we all know it, and they're just going to completely pervert it. But yeah, dude, man, you heard guy that smokes weed all day, constantly has the munchies and just hangs around, doesn't do anything. You immediately think black guy. Oh man, I love you guys. Please keep doing it.